Parents of slain Idaho students react to arrest of Brian Kohberger. The parents of murdered Idaho student Kylie Goncalves, Steve, and Christy, weigh in on how police handled the investigation and what outcome they would like to see during the trial on Hannity. Steve and Christy Goncalves, the parents of murdered Idaho student Kylie, said they feel lucky knowing their daughter's alleged murderer is behind bars nearly 7 weeks after her death Tuesday on Hannity. Nothing feels worse than having nobody and just nothing but doubt. In 7 weeks of that, or close to 7 weeks of that, was a tremendous amount of pressure on us, Steve Goncalves said. You know, your children look for you to tell them what's going to happen and how things are going to go. And you can't control anything. And you just sit back, and you just wait, and it's very hard to get over. Brian Kohberger's booking photo with insets of his alleged victims. Brian Kohberger's booking photo with insets of his alleged victims. Monroe County Prison/Instagram. Brian Kohberger, a 28-year-old criminology PhD student, was arrested on December 30 at his parents' home in eastern Pennsylvania. He was charged with first-degree murder and felony burglary. Kaylee's mother told host Sean Hannity the past few weeks have been like a nightmare you just never, ever wake up from. There's not a second throughout the day that I don't think about Kylie and what happened to her. It's sickening, she said. Ethan Chapin, 20, Xana Kernadal, 20, Madison Mogan, 21, and Kylie Goncalves, 21, along with the women's 2 other roommates in Kylie Goncalves' final Instagram post, shared the day before the slayings. Ethan Chapin, 20, Xana Kernadal, 20, Madison Mogan, 21, and Kylie Goncalves, 21, along with the women's 2 other roommates in Kylie Goncalves' final Instagram post, shared the day before the slayings. At Kylie Goncalves/Instagram. Kylie Goncalves, 21, Madison Mogan, 21, Ethan Chapin, 20, and Xana Kernadal, 20, were stabbed to death at an off-campus home on November 13. The Moscow Police Department offered few updates on the investigation at times, causing critics to question if the small-town force could handle the case. Steve Goncalves, who was critical at times of how the case was progressing, said investigators did a tremendous job. Parents of Idaho murder victim Kylie Goncalves speak out video. I think that it's never fast enough for a father. You're impatient and you want to know everything right then and there. But I feel good. I feel like they've done a tremendous job, he added. Idaho murder suspect, who is Brian Christopher Kohberger. I know that they have been working hard. We just had a lot of holidays. These guys were working out of town. I really appreciate all the effort that they gave. I mean, there were times where I was tough on them, but I know these are strong men and women, and I know they can handle just a little bit of pushback, and we are where we want to be, and they put us there. Moscow Police Chief James Fry helps to transfer the belongings of the victims of the University of Idaho quadruple homicide which are being removed from the house in Moscow, Idaho, Wednesday, December 7, 2022. Moscow Police Chief James Fry helps to transfer the belongings of the victims of the University of Idaho quadruple homicide which are being removed from the house in Moscow, Idaho, Wednesday, December 7, 2022. Derek Shook for Fox News Digital. Host Sean Hannity asked what the appropriate justice would be in the case. Well, considering that this person went in there that night with the intent to kill and showed no mercy, unprovoked, and killed our daughter, her best friend, and their 2 friends. We are glad that we live in the state of Idaho with the death penalty, Christy Goncalves said. Kohberger waived extradition and will be brought to Moscow, Idaho, to face charges.